Do a whole city rebuild. Dane Anav asking for a whole city rebuild. Can you do whole city? I saved whole city. Not quite yet, but I'm about to. Because despite them finishing 7th last season, they're currently in a relegation scrap. Talk about a term for the worst. But that's where I come in, as I've just been appointed Hull City's brand new manager to not only save them from relegation, but to create an amazing squad that will one day lift the Champions League. As here is the team we've loaded into with Hull City, ladies and gents, and trust me when I say to you, whilst on paper it doesn't look like much, there's more to this team than meets the eye. For starters, majority of their best players are in their mid-20s, which means they've got an insanely young side. Especially with the likes of Xavier Simons, Mohamed Baloumi, Abu Kamara, the list just goes on and on of players that we can potentially build this team around. Now granted, we do have a stupid loan situation. 4 very solid players currently aren't ours right now. And to be fair, we don't exactly have an amazing striker either. But we have 9 mil in our budget to sort this out, so I genuinely don't see how Hull are doing so poorly in real life. And that's why for this video, instead of using the life point, I've decided to start fresh with them on July the 1st. Because I believe once I'm finished with this team in Season 1, we won't be fighting a relegation battle. It's quite the opposite, we'll be fighting for promotion. However, we're messing around with the tactics because the ones they're rocking with right now have landed them in the bottom 3. So we're rocking the 4-3-3 holding variation with a counter-attacking build-up style and a decently deep line. I mean, we are counter-attacking after all, aren't we? As for the player roles, guys, in my opinion, I've set them up in a disgusting way. It's essentially a 5-2-2-1. We're going to have our front 3 as usual, 2 box-to-box midfielders, a CDM sitting just in front of the centre-backs, and we'll have both of our wing-backs up and down like rockets. And now that I've shuffled the team around a bit, guys, I fully believe this is one of the strongest teams in the Championship. But there is that one looming question, isn't there? What do we do with this 9 million? Now, this might come as a surprise to you guys, but I'm not signing a single player we've got on loan on a permanent deal. In fact, I'm doing the opposite. As soon as this transfer window's done, I'm releasing them back to their club. Instead, I want to focus on an area I've already discussed briefly, guys. We need a stronger striker. We've got 2 solid ones, but one's on loan to us right now, and the other's almost 33 years old. And I fully believe that's the only thing that's standing in our way from properly fighting for a playoff position. So we've done a lot of searching, and I think this signing makes sense. Danny Loader from Porto, 2373 rated. And I know what you're probably thinking, he's playing for Porto, why would he want to join Hull City? Well, you've got to bear in mind something, guys. He's only 23 himself, he's got tons of time in his career to massively improve as a player, but he'll only improve if he actually gets a chance to play. And with Porto having Fran Navarro and also 20-year-old Samu, who are both much better than him, I don't see him getting much game time. Whereas at Hull City, not only will he be our best striker by a country mile, I will personally make sure he plays every single game. And thankfully, Danny Loader loved the sound of that, which is why £6 million later, he now plays for us. Which leaves us 2 mil in total, and that's the perfect amount to sort contracts out and the coaching system. But that's not us finished in the transfer window, guys. I'm going to be loaning out every single one of these players just to make sure that whilst maybe they won't get game time at Hull City this season, elsewhere they probably will. But as we enter Season 1, this is how the team is lined up, and I personally feel like we've got a great shot at top 6 football here. I mean, not only do we have a fantastic striker now in Danny Loader, but majority of our best players are only mid-20s, guys, so hopefully that means by the end of this season we're going to see a lot of progression. Either way, guys, I think it's going to be interesting, but one thing is for certain, we're going to finish nowhere near the relegation zone. So we've just simmed to the end of Season 1, and would you look at these stats? Look at Danny Loader, 31 goal contributions in 46 games. He really stepped up. To be fair, Baloumi had a good year, so did João Pedro, Slater, Alzate. It's been solid so far. And just look at this team on paper, guys. What did I tell you? Because of how young the team is as a whole, we're going to see insane progression. I mean, we've actually got some players now ready for the Premier League. But the question is, are we going to be Premier League next season? And we might, because we're in the playoffs alongside the Blades, Middlesbrough and Luton Town. What did I tell you? We ain't fighting a relegation scrap, we're fighting for promotion. But we're going to have to fight another day, guys, because Luton just beat us on penalties to progress to the final. I mean, part of me is gutted about that, but bigger picture, right now Hull are in the relegation zone, so this is a massive dub. And so is making it to round 4 of the FA Cup. But in the Carabao Cup, we've had a stinker. But here lies the issue going into season 2. We finished in the playoffs in season number 1 with Hull City, and obviously next year we want to progress. But with how young this team is right now, and with how much improvement we've seen this year, where the hell do we actually spend the money next year on it? I mean, I would be inclined to replace Pandy, but I know from past experience just how good he is. There's Abu Kamara, who only scored 5 goals this year, but he's only 21 years old. I feel like we've got to give him a chance. I really don't know, guys. We're going to have to regroup and revisit this issue next year, because one thing's for certain, in season 2, I really want to fight for promotion again. And here we are, guys. It's a brand new season with Hull City, and we've got 11 million to spend. And frankly, if we don't take this team to the Premier League with that kind of money this year, I don't deserve to be in charge of this team. Now, as you know, last season I was having difficulty figuring out what to spend that money on, but I've been through this entire team, I've been through the development plans, and I've finally figured out where to put it. And I'm very sorry, Hull City fans, but it's your captain I'm replacing in Alfie Jones. I mean, he's past his mid-20s now, he's 72 rated, and it'll take him 34 weeks to become a better player. Right now, guys, we need someone way better than that. And trust me, I found a suitable replacement in Serdar Sachi from Trabzonspor, only 22, already 74 overall. He's pretty quick for a centre-back with good pace and physicality. And with Hull City having Turkish owners, I feel like it's time to bring more Turkish talent into the team. So that's exactly what I did, as I spent a further 6 million to sign him on a 5-year contract. As for Alfie Jones, I'm not selling him, I'm just going to loan him out for a couple of years just to make sure that our new signing Sachi gets game time. But apart from that, there's nothing else I want to do. I've got a lot of faith in this team, and I'm very happy to let them go out into season 2 and absolutely smash it. I mean, as I've already mentioned, we've got some players who are already Premier League quality, and we've just massively increased the quality in our defence by signing Sachi. So if you put all that together, logically you would think that Hull City this year should be in line for promotion. And we are, guys. We're in the playoffs again alongside the Tractor Boys, Borough and Coventry. But this time I want to go one step further and actually get promoted. I can't believe this. We've choked it in the semis again, this time to freaking Middlesbrough. And they didn't even get promoted either, guys. Honestly, 2 years in a row we've bottled it. But when you look at this team, if you didn't know any better, you'd already assume it's a Premier League side. That's what's getting me. But guys, something else has just got me. We've won the freaking FA Cup, beating Aston Villa on penalties. So wait a minute, does that mean that we're in the Championship next season, but we're also playing European football? I guess one way or another we're going to find out in season 3, but the start to the end of season 2 look way better overall than they did last year, so at least there's progression there. As for the team going into season 3, I feel like we got to be way more brutal in how we run things in the transfer window. I mean, I've been giving some of these players the benefit of the doubt just because they've got a lot of time to improve, but right now, guys, their time's ran out to improve. So next year, I'm not beating around the bush anymore. I'm not taking the chances with the playoffs. I want to get automatic promotion. And as we enter season 3 with Hull City, I believe I've just signed the one player that's going to help us get to the Premier League this year. As I've just spent £7 million on Tendon Mengi. He's only mid-20s. He's absolutely rapid with great defending and physicality. He's exactly what we need to take Hull City to the next level. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. If this team can't manage to get promoted to the Premier League automatically, at the very least by the playoffs, then I honestly give up. But these stats are looking promising. 4 players with over 15 goal contributions this season. Yeah, that's a good sign. And on top of that, when you look at the team, some players exploded in overall. Panda is now 81 rated, Balumi is 86 rated, and so is Danny Loader. Now that raises an issue, because if we don't get promoted this season, Danny Loader and Balumi will definitely leave. But we thankfully don't have to worry about that, because we are the champions of the Championship. We are promoted to the Premier League. Honestly, that's so relieving. I don't know what I'd have done if we didn't get promoted this time. We also miss out on another piece of silverware as Man City beat us to win the Community Shield. And this time we don't win the FA Cup, nor do we win the Carabao. And don't think I forgot about our European competition. We actually qualified for the Europa League, and believe it or not, we've made the playoffs. And that's where we just get past Malmo 5-4, we smashed Benfica 5-3, we just get past Newcastle, and we've just got past Abrest. What? Nah, like, this is actually a joke. Imagine if we win it. Oh, Villarreal, you absolute spoil sports. Could you imagine going into the Premier League as a newly promoted side, already having Champions League football? Unfortunately, some dreams are just meant to be dreams, but more importantly to me, guys, this Hull City side are finally in the Prem. In either way, going into next year, we are absolutely fine financially, because even if the board don't back us, we can sell Balumi, who's worth 80.5 million, and we got Danny Loader, who's worth 64. I don't want to sell either of them if I'm being honest, but if we have to, we've got the option. But truth be told, I'm not worried about the Premier League in the slightest next year, because if we can make the Europa League final as a championship side, I don't think the Premier League is going to cause us too many issues. But before we go any further, guys, I'll be real. I think what we've just done with Hull deserves a massive like on this video. So if you are enjoying it so far, make sure you do leave it a big old thumbs up, get it to 1.5 thousand likes, and smash that subscribe button if you're new. And here we are, guys. We're into the new season, and we are officially in the Prem. And guys, we start the season off with a very big choice to make. Danny Loader's had an offer from Man City for just under 86 million. But our assistant manager reckons we can get up to 134 mil. Guys, if we got that kind of dosh in our first season in the Prem, we could legitimately aim for top 6 football straight away. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go cheeky. I want 125 mil at the very least. They want to give us 113.3. Okay, we can work with this. Push that to maybe 119. I reckon they might go for it. And they have. Pep Guardiola has given us 119 for a player we spent no more than 10 million on. And the deed is done, ladies and gents. Danny Loader, the player we bought in season 1 for like 6 million, we've just made a profit of over 110 million on him. And now, guys, frankly, we've got an outrageous amount of money to spend, 163 million to be exact. And if we spread that money properly across this team, I'm telling you now, top 6 football isn't exactly a fairy tale. But obviously, the first thing we need to do is replace Danny Loader with somebody who can at least try to match what he brought to Hull City. Now, guys, when I tell you this is written in the stars, I am not joking. I already knew who I had in mind to sign anyway, but I wanted to look in the free agents list to see who I could find. And I found Joshua Zirkzee, the exact player I was going to sign, because I wanted to help revive his career after his poor stint at United. And when you look at his stats, he's actually quite a similar player to Danny Loader when we first signed him. And considering I was going to sign him anyway, you better believe I've just brought him to Hull City. And just like that, we have replaced Danny Loader. But now it's time to focus this 159 million and spreading it smartly across this entire team so that at the end of this season, we've got top 6 football. And I think we've made a great start in doing this after spending 54 million on Turkish international Orkun Koksu. He's only mid-20s, got the perfect box-to-box attributes that we need in the midfield, plus he's Turkish, and I've already said I want to bring more talent from that country into the team. But right now we've got to focus on other things like bringing in a new right back, and I think Andrea Cambiasso is bang on. He's not the quickest fullback in the world, but he's incredibly well rounded, plus his contract's expiring. And I also want a better centre back than the ones we currently got, so I'm signing Thomas Araujo from Benfica, mid-20s and 81 overall. And as you can see from his stats, guys, not only could he play a centre back, he could do a job pretty much anywhere on the pitch apart from being an attacker. And just like that, for the total sum amount of 51 million, we signed both of these players on 5-year deals. And we've still got 39 million to spend, but don't worry, I've already got this covered. Because I'm signing Bologna keeper Bento. He's only 28, which means he's got plenty of time left in his career, plus he's a damn good keeper. And after spending 34 million on the dot for him, that's our transfer window done. And just look at the transformation in only one window. Selling Danny Loader was absolutely the right decision. I feel like this is going to be our best season yet. We've signed 5 fantastic players, and I feel like they are going to be the key to us getting European football once again with Hull City. And we've got top 6 football, ladies and gents. We are back in the Europa. Danny Loader, what a legend, man. Thanks for all the money you gave us, lad. I mean, fair play, we did awful in the FA Cup. Bloody Luton knocked us out. But we did make it to round 4 of the Carabao Cup. But more importantly, this Hull City side has stepped its game up. We've hardly got any weaknesses left. I mean, sure, we've got Mengi, we've got Giles, Simons, Alzate, but we can take that step by step. But as for the stats, guys, it's quite disappointing. Balumi's been our top goal contributor with 27 goal contributions in 41 games. Zirkzee didn't do well, Kamara didn't do well, Koksu did decent from the midfield, but next season has to be better than this. Especially if we want to do well in the Europa League again on our return to it, because as you can see, despite it being the secondary European competition, there's still some decent teams in it. But hopefully hopefully because we've done so well in the Prem, the board will back us so that we can improve this team for next season so we can actually once again do well in the Europa League. But I'll be honest, the board have done nothing but shaft me in Season 5. We've only got 38 million to spend. Honestly, you think we've been relegated? I mean, our defence needs improving, we need to strengthen our midfield. That's nowhere near enough for what we need. So it looks like we're going to have to raise our own funds, guys. We're going to have to go through the team, see who we want to replace, see who we want to get rid of, and then go from there. And after looking for quite a bit, guys, these are the 5 players that I come up with. I mean, the 2 cams we're not using and haven't done since Season 1 because our formation doesn't fit them. These 2 wingers aren't anywhere near as good as the current wingers we got in the starting team, and Mengi, I really want to replace him anyway, so it just makes sense to cash in on him. So that's exactly what I've done, guys. Tenga's been sold alongside all the others on that transfer list. And now we've got 76 million to spend. The question is, though, do I focus that all on one position, or do I try to spread that across the entire team? Now, like last year, I would try to spread it equally across certain positions, but the fact that we've not got a solid centre-back alongside Araujo makes me think we need to blow it all on that position. Especially considering we got European football this year, which is why I'm going for Giorgio Scalvini from Wolfsburg, mid-20s, 85 overall. He's quick, he's got good defending and physicality, and the best thing is he's only going to get better. But even though his contract was expiring, they wouldn't accept anything less than 55 million. But looking at him, guys, I think he's going to be worth every penny. He's defo going to be the game changer this year, especially in the Europa League. Just remember as well, last time we were in this competition, we almost won it, and we were still a championship side. And as you can see, we've come a long way since then, guys, so you better believe I am expecting us to be lifting that trophy at the end of Season 5. But I don't know about the Europa League yet, but we've won the Premier League, so at the very least, we're lifting that trophy. How on earth have we pulled this off, man? Hull City are cracked. We pulled this off, by the way, with the bare minimum from the board, so they better bloody back us up next season. I mean, we did do pants in the FA Cup, and QPR knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. But so far, it looks like we've had another good showing in the Europa League. We're 5th in the league phase. And we went on to smash Wolfsburg in the round of 16. And we smashed Genk in the quarters. And we smashed Copenhagen. Oh my god, we could actually win the Europa. Oh, bloody hell, AC Milan. Why have you got to go and ruin it? That's 2 Europa Leagues we bottled in this video, man. We are legitimately Tottenham Hotspur. But there is a small consolation, isn't there? We won the Premier League, which means this whole City side will be in the Champions League next year. And we're going into it with far better stats. Xerxes, Coxu, Balumi all smashed it this season. And guys, I'm not going to lie, considering we've just won the Premier League and we made our 2nd Europa League final, I don't see why we can't be like PSG next year by winning the UCL as long as the board actually decide to put their hands in their pockets next season and freaking back us. And thankfully, that's exactly what they've done. And because they've actually backed us this time, I've been able to spend a lot of money on a player I've been eyeing up since season number 1. As I've just spent 55 million on Turkish international Fedi Kadioglu. Granted, he's almost 30, but he's 86 rated and he officially completes our back line, which leaves us 68 million to spend on the rest of the team. And the only thing we're really missing now is a stronger midfield because the rest of the squad's fantastic. And trust me, I found the man for the job, guys. Ivan Illich from Wolves. He's 28, 85 rated. And look at how well-rounded he is, man. He's exactly what we need in that midfield. And after spending 57.6 million to sign him on a 4-year deal, that's our transfer window done. And granted, we've only signed 2 players in this window, but the caliber of quality they're going to bring to the team is genuinely going to be staggering. But don't take my word for it, just take a look for yourselves, guys. The only problem we've really got to sort out is that CDM role, but hopefully that won't matter too much. Especially considering for the first time with Hull City, we are in the Champions League. And guys, our track record in Europe's actually pretty good right now, so I want to keep that going. I also want us to go back-to-back winning the Premier League. And considering our team has never looked better, I'd say the chances of that happening are quite high. So we simmed to the end of the season, and we didn't go back-to-back, guys. We missed out by 5 points. Bloody United won it. Like that happened in real life. But we smashed Arsenal to win the Community Shield. Hang on, though. How did we beat them 5-0, but it goes to penalties? EA, please sort your game out. We've also won the FA Cup, though. And that's a clean win, too. But unfortunately, still no Carabao Cup. But there could be a UCL trophy heading our way as we finish 12th, which means we go to the playoffs, where we smash Copenhagen 6-1. And we beat Roma 4-3. We beat Bayern 4-3. And we smoked Barca 4-1. We're playing AC Milan in the final. And if I'm not mistaken, AC Milan stopped us winning the Europa League either the first time or the second. Either way, they stopped us, which means we got a chance of redemption. And that team right there is very, very beatable. It's very good, but our team is definitely better. I mean, they definitely ain't pulling the stats we're pulling. 5 of our players got over 20 goal contributions. You know how mad that is? And as for the team on paper, I mean, look at the state of that. You can't really pick a fault with it. Even Simon's, our CDM's improved to 85 rating. And on top of that, they've pretty much won everything. They've won the Championship, 2 FA Cups, and of course the Premier League. And now we have a shot of winning the UCL, and all we got to do to accomplish that is beat AC Milan in the final. Here come AC Milan. They're already through. Oh my god, defend. Oh, great keeping. That is not the start I wanted. But I see that run. Xerxes is in. Yeah, I tell you what, let's have it first time. Oh, well, I was going to have it first. Oh, fair play. I mean, if he'd have hit it first time like I wanted him to, that always would have gone like top left bins, hopefully. But here we have Orkan Koksu on the ball. I tell you what, he's known for his long shot. Let's let. Ooh, he put some venom in there. Here come AC Milan. Kadioglu is there. Oh, look at that from Kadioglu. Illich on the ball. We're going to see Kadioglu. Oh, this is lovely. Xerxes on his right foot. That's straight at the keeper. Come on, man. You put that even close to the corner. At least he's forcing a bit of effort out of him. Here comes AC Milan, though. Ferguson's on the ball. He's done really well. Pino's there. Oh, I'm defending like absolute dog shit at the minute. Oh, no way. You taking the mick? Seriously, man, how freaking lucky can you get? I mean, granted, my defending here is absolutely piss poor, but that freaking look at that. That is shameful, man. I can't believe we just conceded like that. Ultimate team game mechanics, that is. Here we go, though. Cambiasso. We got Kamara on the ball. Okay, Xerxes. That is not where I wanted you. Oh, that ball to go, but we still got it. Still on the ball, Xerxes. We're going to find Illich. He's got a bit of room. Okay, oh my. Ref penalty. Thank you. That's a handball. I could tell straight away. He shifted his body to the side trying to get out of the way. I'm telling you, it's his left hand right now. Okay, maybe it didn't. It didn't hit his left, but it certainly hit his hand or something, and we're going to dink this. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. We go 1 apiece as we go into the second half. We seriously couldn't have timed that any better, man. Momentum is on our side as this game continues. And here we have Orkan Koksu. I'm looking for that run from Kamara. We found him as well. We're going to try a cut inside. Oh, that's beautiful work from Kamara. Oh, what a save. Now, that would have been a goal for the highlight reel. Instead, we got Balumi on the corner. Xerxes, this is your time to shine. Oh, what's that? Is that another penalty? I'll be real. Delict is pushing him there. I don't know what happened here. Oh, okay. Does it his hand? So we do have another penalty. Should we dink it once again? I think we're going to, you know. We're going to dink it twice. Oh, my God. We've dinked it twice in a row, and it's actually worked. If we get another penalty, I'm absolutely doing that again, just to see if we can get a hat-trick of Panenkas in the UCL final. But that is certainly a good way to start the second half, ladies and gents. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling quite confident. Xerxes on the ball. Oh, that's a beautiful through ball to Balumi. Balumi is on his own. He's got any... Oh, what a goal that would have been. Top right bins was screaming for that. Here comes AC Milan. Oh, that's fantastic defending. Got a free kick now. I don't know why. McAllister's on... What on earth was that? Balumi's on the ball now. I'm looking for that run from Xerxes. We've got him. Xerxes on the end of that. And he slots it home. Top right bins with his left foot. We go 3-1 up. Still can't believe we got him as a free agent. What an absolute steal. Granted, he's been dormant in this entire game so far, but as soon as he gets an opportunity, he takes it. And that is a bit of breathing room secure, ladies and gents. If we have no stupid defensive errors, we are home free. And I think we might be with that pass. That pass to Balumi, we're going to take it round the keeper. Oh my God, that was absolutely disgusting. 4-1 up. That's 2 goals in the span of 5 minutes we've just backed. I mean, that was disgusting as well. Simple ball roll, analog dribbling, open net, Bob's your uncle. Hard to believe we actually conceded first, isn't it? AC Milan just fell apart. Now, we do have a free kick here. I am notorious for being amazing at them as well, so let's see what we can do. Koksu, show me net. That is actually... Oh, what an attempt! Hey, yo, that's like the best free kick I've taken on FC25 so far. That was a rocket. Gadioglu on the ball. I'll tell you what, let's have a dink from this distance. Oh, forces a save. We're still looking for goals. Koksu, can we find Zirkzee? Zirkzee's head's on that. That's another freaking penalty, is it? Oh my God, we're actually going to get a chance to get a hat-trick of Panenkas with Koksu. Guys, I'll be real. If we pull this off, I'm going to laugh my absolute backside off. Oh, you absolute spoil sport, Rosales. Oh, that's a shame, man. I fully thought we were going to do it. Zirkzee's on the ball now. We're going to spot that overhead ball to Kamara. Kamara is going to pick it up. Okay, I'm going to spot Zirkzee. First time on his right foot. That's good defending. But that is officially all she wrote. We went 1-0 down in the UCL final. It ends 4-1 on the night to solidify ourselves as the best team in the world. We took charge of a Hull City team that is currently inside the relegation zone fighting for survival, and we quite easily turned them into an absolute monster both in English football and in Europe. We've won a lot of trophies with Hull City, and we can now officially add the Champions League to that list, which means my job is officially done. If you have enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, drop it a big old thumbs up, get this video to 1.5 thousand likes, and if you're new around here, smash that subscribe button whilst you're at it. And if right now you want to watch another video of mine, YouTube recommends you watch this one.